That's what I've got to find out from all this. But it does seem to be more and more people standing up against this now. And when I say this, I'm not talking about anything other than leave the children alone.
Stop sexualising the children.
I will give this, though. I think it's been going on for a long time, not in the trans and LGBTQ area, but I think it's been going on, and I think a lot of LGBTQ people are correct when they say this, when they say that it's been going on in the opposite direction for years.
Let's talk about facts.
If you want to have intellectual discussions.
Spiritually oriented, a beautiful far who you are beyond the personality.
I'm a human being, same as you. Be who you are.
But to answer your question,
what is really going on?
And let's get into this.
And what is happening in Wirgo? What is? Welcome to the wonderful world of Wirgo, the place where we get asked what is really going on. And today we're doing a reaction review with myself, Carl, and
Alyssa.
What are we reacting to today, Liz?
We are reacting to Neo refuses to apologise to the LGBTQ mob after criticising parents transitioning little kids.
Wait a minute, Neo as in, yeah.
And miseducated.
Yeah,
that one. No, that's Usher.
Oh, damn it, I like Usher.
No, Neo is the one that done So Sick of Love Songs, So Sad.
Wait a minute, Neo just do love songs, did he?
Yeah.
But he was so sick of them.
I know. Yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, yeah,
So
him.
Usher's the one I like, isn't it?
Yeah, Usher.
Usher's the one I like.
Yeah. So,
Oh, I just realised something.
well,
Because I'm talking about artists, but both of them are male, and both of them would probably identify as being black, so people are probably now going, ignorant bugger.
nah.
See them all the same. That's not the case. I know that's out there. Talking about singers from our day, from back in the what we call we call them the noughties.
The noughties.
Is it the noughties? That sounds
Well,
really
it's not the
weird.
2000s.
The 2000s, the millenniums. No, that's something else. Isn't
Millennial.
it? That's millennials. That's something else. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, then. So we are going to get down.
Yeah. So anyway, back to what we. Right. Yeah. So that episode by the wonderful Brandon Tatum.
The author of Tatum. So Neil refuses to apologise to the LGBTQ, which isn't a thing, by the way. It's just a. Well, he does say mob after this, so I suppose that's a thing. After criticising parents transitioning little kids. Yeah. The thing is, what they should do is they should have something there instead of little kids, because little kids could mean anything really to lots of different people. It's such a subjective word, and that's what they're all arguing over.
Yeah.
Like one saying it's okay to trans your 16-year-old that they see as a little kid, and then someone's seeing a 6-year-old, and then it's like lost in translation a little bit. That's me. That is my entire life.
Yeah.
I speak a trinity knowledge, and everybody speaks a dualistic knowledge, and there's all kinds of losing in translations between us, and that's why we're doing this. So we should see what you got to say then.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget, this is Brandon Tatum, Mr. Off the Tatum's review as well. So
Neo, just like Jamie Foxx, these celebrity guys are making logical commentary, and they're getting backlash. So I'm gonna play. What?
I didn't even know he made any comments, did you?
No,
Yeah?
I was.
This is the
No,
first
it's
I've
the
heard of it.
first thing
Yeah,
I've
that's
heard.
okay. That's okay. I just wanted to double check that. Normally it's like,
But
main.
Neo,
It's normally like main news for 2 weeks before I think it's something, and then it's like that's old to go now, Carl.
said, and somebody somewhere explain to me, how is this man apologizing? Why is he apologizing for this comment?
Adverts? Oh my God, Liz.
So if you
Roll the clip.
This is where we put an advert for subscribers and say, more subscribers we get rid of the adverts, right? Poor, just look at a garden.
Yeah.
Parents have almost forgotten what the role of a parent is.
Amen.
It's like, okay,
Lost control.
if your little boy comes to you and says, Daddy, I want to be a girl, and you just let him rock with that,
Right.
he's 5.
Right. And where did he get that
If
from?
you let this 5...
Well, you see, I find myself in between, where I normally am, is if my son comes to me and said, hey Dad, I'm a little girl, I know. Not in a poke funny way, but just because it was fun. Brilliant. I think I'm a woman. Don't worry about it. We can just pretend to be boys for now. I don't know. I think I'd have a laugh with him and play along until he realised I'm not a girl.
Yeah.
I don't see it as them understanding anything.
Because
This
they do
is
go
really
through
weird.
feminine phases, don't
Yeah,
they?
I get but they are feminine, right?
Yeah.
Little boys, yeah. Right, in my opinion, then for now, because I haven't got a full-fledged theory written out for you yet, right? It's coming. My opinion is that all these little children are just little feminine little girls. And I think someone told me once at one point they didn't have boys, they were all girls.
Yeah.
Or just children.
Children.
Yeah? I'd say puberty is when we start, boosting our testosterone and our estrogen levels to go into what we're going to become men and women in the future. Or male, female, depending how you look at it all, yeah? It's too many to mention. But, little children, I don't get it. People saying I wasn't. I mean, I was very curious about sex and things because it was always kept secret and weird. But I wasn't like that. I was just a curiosity to it. And quite frankly, I liked the secrecy of the curiosity. It made it all a little bit more exciting when I was older. But some people, they think it's okay to pervert little children's minds of this stuff early. Now, maybe it is. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But it doesn't seem that way to me. And that's what I've got to find out from all this. But it does seem to be more and more people standing up against this now. And when I say this, I'm not talking about anything other than leave the children alone.
Stop sexualising the children.
I will give this, though. I think it's been going on for a long time, not in the trans and LGBTQ area, but I think it's been going on, and I think a lot of LGBTQ people are correct when they say this, when they say that it's been going on in the opposite direction for years. And it has. Tell us the song that you always talk about when you were little, that you only realised when you were older what it really...
Oh, yeah, Chain Reaction.
Yeah. We won't... Find the song Chain Reaction,
just the
read
first
the lyrics
verse,
of it.
Just the first verse alone.
And little girls, when I was little, were singing this and I think parents didn't...
I had no idea what them words meant in that context, obviously, but when I did find out and then realised that I was singing those words out loud as a child, I felt quite nauseous.
So, guys, we do appreciate, especially myself, I appreciate that we're doing something on the LGBTQ, right?
Because this is what this is
because
about.
it's what it's about. However, this message we're giving about leaving the kids alone is not for those.
No.
So even though we're doing something on there seems like that, appreciate that. It's not what it is, though. The intent is to say all of it should stop. All the way across the board. No sexualization of any children whatsoever. Let them get... because the more and more I see children getting sexualized as I've grown older, the more and more younger... I want to say dumber, but I think it's just too mean. I think ill-educated is what I should say.
Yeah.
Because you have to be ill-educated anyway to not understand you're going to get pregnant. Because half of them don't want to get pregnant, if not more. Way more don't really want to get pregnant because, there's so much abortions and things like that. So many children having children. They can't want this. And yet for some reason they can't work out if I don't stick that penis in me. Now somebody's going to bring up grape. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
We're talking about youngsters
general,
doing dumb things and everything. And like I said, the more we desensitize them at a young age, the more they're prepared and go, well, I'm not waiting anymore.
Yeah.
But the less they knew, the more they would wait. But for some reason, someone spread the message, oh no, the less they knew, they would do it anyway. And I thought, well, that wasn't the case for me. And everybody I knew growing up almost, one or two did it. But now you've got more people than ever doing it because they're more confident in it.
I'm pressured into
I'd just rather have the one or two... I shouldn't say any names. I don't say dirty stop-outs, but it's such a narcissistic thing to say because of my upbringing. Sorry, that would have been mean if I said that. Again, it's down, I believe, down to ill-educated young people or traumatized young ladies and boys who think it's okay to have children whilst being children. I don't get it, I don't agree with it. Now, here we go, ready? Hypocrisy! I had children as a child. I have 6 of them altogether, and the first 5 children I had while I was... Well, I can say it to myself. I was dumb and stupid, and I didn't really know I was a child until I grew up. Sorry, I just made mistakes. But where were my role models? It's not good me saying, I was autistic and made mistakes. It's not stupid. I think because I was autistic, I saw it more than everybody else. I think I should have been even more better than all of you. In a way of sensible and responsible.
Yeah, a bit more responsible.
We're never going to get into the video, listen. If you don't shut up. Okay, I was talking.
5-year-old boy decide to eat candy all day, he's going to do that.
Exactly.
Like, when did it become a good idea to let a 5-year-old, let a 6-year-old, let a 12-year-old make a life-changing decision for themselves?
Right.
When did that happen?
Right.
Like,
I know it's been said over and over and over and over, but come on, tell us. When do we let children make other decisions similar to that, like alcohol?
Well, it's 25 now in most cases, 21. And
Why? Why can't children? I am
hack
stop
off
right. First of all,
genitals. It don't make sense.
not advertising for children or anybody really to go for alcohol and drugs such as what's the milder ones, cannabis and things like that. But just in this example alone, please be sensible and adult. Why won't we give that to children? I don't want to, don't forget. But why not? If we're saying, yes, you can make these life-altering decisions while you haven't got... I don't
You're
know.
not fully fledged adult. You're not fully developed.
Here's another thing.
Haven't even
I
hit
wonder if I
puberty.
mentioned it already. The amount of times I've heard even people they class as professionals, I laugh at them. They say that children are very aware of gender and they know what it is. I want to ask these people, what age do they forget what gender is? Because every adult I've asked, I haven't got a clue what gender means. Don't know where it comes from. Don't know the mathematical, natural equivalency of it. What it means in math. They don't know anything about gender whatsoever. Nothing. And yet you've got these professionals telling us that the 2- and 3-year-olds know all about it. So what I want to know is, what age did they forget? What age did we all forget what gender was? I mean, most of us will go, well, it's just man, woman, isn't it? And I go, no. What do you think? What he was saying anyway about? Well, actually, let me play a little bit longer.
I don't understand that. I don't get that.
And to medicate these young kids that are 5, 6, growing up and knowing that it affects their brain, it affects their organs, it makes them sick, but they're not allowed to do drugs, they're not allowed to do alcohol.
Right.
We can medicate
He
them.
can't drive a car yet.
Acting like I knew it all. No, but that was the point I was making, right? They can't do drugs, they can't do other stuff, but they can make these life-altering decisions. I don't think children understand what gender is at all. I don't even think most adults do. That's the truth that I think.
Well, from our experiences, and we asking the
but
public
like
and
people
stuff.
can correct us. Tell us. Tell us what you think. Yeah, great stuff for us to talk
But
over.
he can
isn't it?
decide his sex.
Right, right. What sexual orientation, and he can cut up his pee-pee, and that, to me, that makes no sense
And
whatsoever.
I don't know if this is true, but I heard a rumor that they either passed or are trying to pass a law in LA that states if your child comes to you and asks to do some of these things and you say no, they can take your kid from you.
Yeah, that's true. Just passed in California.
That makes no.
If I was a mum or dad and lived in California, I would be packing up my home and moving out. If they pass a law here that says if I don't trans my kid, if my kid asks me to, they can come and take my child off me. That means that child is not your child. How is that your child? I don't mean like you own him like he's a master, but it's your responsibility. Your purpose in life. You brought that into
You
life.
brought him into him or her into this world, and
God or the universe or however you see life being handed to you in whatever way, whether it's a big accident or not. We get to have children, we meet a partner, we fall in love, we have adventures together, we write stories together, we have children together, and we raise those children on our stories and those children, and the process keeps going, and we get to share love and community with each other, right? That's the dream. I don't know anybody that says that isn't really the dream for humanity or all humans on, say, a neutral level, or what did I say, an average level. But there, of course, there are people who like they don't want that as their dream. They've got other dreams. But like, I think that's just a general one, isn't it?
I was in molecular level, and as they say,
Molecular level. I don't even know what that means.
Now, my big words.
I don't know what that means. Maybe she did, I don't know.
No sense.
They want us to have no control over our children.
I don't get it.
In schools,
I don't get it.
hospitals, libraries.
Yeah.
They just want to manipulate. You got to understand, when they're so young and they're already, that's
Impressionable.
That's right. And from them, they're going to believe what you say. I mean, we say Santa Claus is real. You know, the
And they
Easter Bunny.
believe it. Like,
Right.
I wonder if these drop the absolute smoking gun in here. And this is what I think it is in most cases. And I think it's going to be here, guys, honestly. I think this is going to be a court case without the smoking gun. And every time these court cases happen without the smoking gun, we're not going to get to the bottom of this. Now, everybody may be going, "Well, you talking about a smoking gun, Carl? What's that?" And I'll tell you. Well, the smoking gun is really easy. There's absolute undeniable proof, and it is undeniable. There's many ways by which I can explain this, and you go, "Oh, yeah, I suppose that's undeniable," because, testosterone being linked to being a man and estrogen linked to being a female, or feminine, at least in those capacities. We all have estrogen and testosterone. They're the hormones within us are linked to us making us feel like the role that we're in. So that's what we refer to as gender, in a sense. So the role that we're in as males, the testosterone helps us feel like males. It gives us, basically, we're getting all the energies we need to match the apparatus. And therefore, we'll be more in sync. What's, give me some examples. Oh, Assassin's Creed. Any Assassin's Creed fans out there, if you don't know, have a look at this. He has to synchronize himself with an older version, an older version of himself in his DNA memory or whatever. Yeah, so it's a computer game for those who don't know. And if there was a big bang upstairs and we have a child.
Running.
Oh no, he's fine. You're laughing. But if you don't do that, say I'm in a male body, I'm producing male hormones, I'm synchronizing with myself, I feel good, I'm mentally capable and sound. That is the process. It's always been that way. If I'm a male body and I end up having a feminine process inside, a feminine energy coming along, there's going to be confusion. Don't tell me there isn't. That's what it's all about, right? Mm-hmm. That's why they're cutting their bodies open. No, see what I mean? Nobody can deny this stuff. I've looked at it just as it is. Nobody can deny this stuff. This is happening. This is what we're all talking about. They're clearly cutting their bodies up because they don't feel good. So something is out of place. Now, you look at studies pretty much everywhere, because we can't find any that combat this. Testosterone in men has dropped dramatically in the last 100 years, way up in the 90s, I believe. But definitely over 50 within the last 20 years. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, what we're saying is we have now male-bodied humans walking around with less of the hormone that makes them feel more male. Yeah. And then in our food, just look at it. Look at what's in everything. Estrogenated products. Even in our water, because females, they have all the estrogenated products for their time of months and stuff.
Combined pill, yeah.
Majority of it is weed out, and the chemical plants are not able to get this out, and it comes back through our water. This is what's been reported. And I just keep seeing, and I don't see the disinformation thing coming up. No. When people say this stuff and it comes up, misinformation things, none of that is on there. So nobody is denying. Finley, stop. Our dog's got an itch on his ears, and he over-itches it. So nobody is denying this as far as I'm aware. Let us know in the comments if you find something. We want to learn this stuff, but no one's denying this stuff. So men are now taking on all these estrogenated products. Now, people tell me they can't mathematically work out or understand why I believe gays aren't born, neither are transsexuals. They're created. Mm. They're created through dropping the hormone that makes them feel like them and upping the opposite hormone to make people mentally unwell. Mm. And then give them a psychological perverse reality that will fit what they experience in to make them feel comfortable, and then they'll fight for that reality no matter what. They'll fight for that reality because it makes them feel like they're in with us. It's our fault. It's because most people see good and evil in the world, so that even though they don't think it, they feel it. They feel a sense of evil from that and despise it instead of understanding we can heal it. There's ways to just give back the correct hormone. But what it means is they'll have to get rid of then the character they're creating. Mm-hmm. Right, guys. Neo retracts his statement. We don't want to go all the way into the Officer Tatum's thing. We just wanted to show you a little bits of it and show you what Officer Tatum is. And we love the old Officer Tatum thing. We want you guys to get into it. But we do have a thumb that's balancing on the stairs and we've been waffling on for ages now. So watch this. He does retract. What happens is, I think, should I just spoil it for them and so they can watch it? So, guys, cut off now if you don't want to know what happens. If you're still here, I'm going to tell you that basically Neo's PR reps put out what they would call a crisis mode apology, thinking that to save Neo. But Neo's come out and said, no, This is not, no.
Shouldn't
I
be
said
happening.
every word in true, earnest belief that that's what I believe,
Yeah.
and everyone's free to change my mind. As of yet, no one has been able to do it. And that's the message I got from him, and a message I'll stand by. And anybody that doesn't is what we refer to as a fascist and should be re-educated. But again, we can't force that, because forcing that would be fascist as well. Anything you want to say? Because all I've done is waffle. Because
No, I'm good. I just loved what he said, to be honest.
Yeah?
But, yeah.
What do you? What about him retracting the statement, even though we didn't watch it?
Yeah, that was, yeah.
What did you think about a man that comes back and says, "No, my PR they got it wrong. This is how I feel. I'm honest. I'm standing up for what I believe in." Is that a courageous?
Uncensored is the biggest turn on in the world.
Yeah, gentlemen. Some of the ladies like this rough truth. Not the narcissistic rough truth, you muppets. Some of them are like that now. Right, Wirgo Warriors, thank you very much for listening to us. Sorry about the rant. And harmony, everyone.
How many?